Homestuck, we all love it, right? That was a rhetorical question. Homestuck has quite the strong, dedicated fanbase that continues to make amazing works of art nearly a decade after the comic originally ended. And today I want to explore the fan games they have made over the years. I had so much fun making that Undertale fan games video that is over a year old now. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I had so much fun making that video I decided I want to do it again with one of my other favorite things, Homestuck. Homestuck was just the perfect candidate for a video of this kind. The comic is already very video gamey with the way it The comic itself is already very video gamey with the way it parodies various video game genres and mechanics. It also having small game walk-around segments and the story itself being about these kids playing a game. All this combined with the fact it has such a dedicated and creative fan base, it was practically begging to have fan games. So I explored the internet again to find many of these games fans have made over the years. From all the way back to the comic start to recent games from the past couple years, now let's look at them all. I mentioned that I had games from all the way back when the comic started, so let's start with the earliest one I could find, Dave Accelerate by GRNR. So while researching fan games to play in this video, I found an archived link to the old MSPA forums, rest in peace. This thread on the forum was posted on April 13th, 2010, exactly a year after the comic's start, and a bit before its huge explosion in popularity when Act 5 started. I was pretty excited to find something this early on, and the game itself is great too. Dave Accelerate is a playable adaptation of the Flash page with the same name. It's a simple arcade-style beat-em-up game. You play as Dave fighting imps in the land of heat and clockwork. Something that I thought was really cool in the game is that you can actually use Dave's timetables to control time. You can reverse time and fight alongside your past Dave. This is really helpful for taking down the large imps. Cow Sprite is also here. They don't do much. I guess they can help you, but I haven't seen it. Anyways, this is a really fun game. I actually found myself coming back to it a few times to pass the time. Another arcade-style game I had a lot of fun with is Homestuck Strife Project by Wiyuski. It's a 2D fighting game that's been in the works for a couple years now, actually. I'm a big fan of fighting games, but if you couldn't tell from the footage, I am not good at them. Don't trust my recording, this game is a lot of fun, I just suck. I'm undefeated with Rose though. This game has a lot of fun animations and unique combos for each character, with lots of fun references. So far, only the beta kids are available with an unfinished Jade, but they recently announced a new update at Stuck at HomeCon, announcing that Jade is finished and that Carcat is being added. Speaking of SawCon, yes, that's what it's called. SawCon is a fan-run online Homestuck convention, but if any of you haven't heard of it, you should check it out. They're doing amazing work coming together and presenting all of these amazing projects like this. I've learned about some great works through this convention. I'll have that along with everything else to talk about in this video in the description below. This is Hive shit. It was just labeled as Homestuck 2 in my files. I have no idea where it came from. It seems like it just appeared on my computer. Let's talk about Homestuck Felt Mansion now. This is a more popular game in the community. When I asked friends for recommendations, this is what they told me to play. A lot of people love this one, and I understand why. I apologize as this is just my first impressions from around the first hour or so, as this game seemed a bit longer than the rest. But I do plan to play more as I had such a great time with this game. Felt Mansion is a turn-based RPG game with puzzles created by Haildrail. You play as the beta kids climbing the Felt Mansion to rescue the handmaid from Doc Scratch. There is a lot of work put into this game. They really made it satisfying and fun to explore. The combat is also very fun. See, it's all time-based. When each character gets to move is based on their speed stat, and is represented in this circle here. Similar to Final Fantasy's ATB system, it can get intense in boss fights when you're rushing through menus and selecting attacks, trying to make your next move before it's the enemy's turn to attack. The moves each of the kids get are based on their god tier abilities, and are also pretty fun and creative. The imps are your common enemies here, and the members of the Felt are your boss fights. They get pretty creative with how they use the Felt in boss fights. They are really fun bosses. The consorts are also here as NPCs, and they give you fun side quests and work as shopkeepers and everything. I also like seeing more of the handmaid. I feel like she doesn't get a lot of attention. Do check this game out if you haven't, or even if you have actually. This game's got updated sort of recently with a lot of quality of life changes. And it even got a sequel and a spin-off fighting game with Fight Mansion. There's just a lot to play here. A common wish in the Homestuck fanbase is to have Spurb created as an actual playable game. Getting to get together with your friends and building, fighting imps, ending the world, god-tiering, normal fun things to do with your friends. And the Genesis project by Perfectly Generic team seeks to create this. And it is actually a really good, accurate recreation of Spurb. This game is still in early access, but everything that is here so far is a lot of fun. This game is quite popular in the fanbase, but I still want to try it out and talk about it in this video because it's just that great. But I do need to give a bit of a backstory here. I was originally making this video pretty shortly after I finished my Undertale Fangames video, and I was getting close to completing this, but then my computer broke and I lost all of the footage for that video and other videos I wanted to make. That's why I didn't upload for so long, and that's why it took me so long to get this video out, and that's why I'm missing a lot of footage for this game. When I first played at the time we got decently far in, I entered the medium and jumped into the first gate, and that's where I got to explore my planet. I did replay this again for the video, but I played with my girlfriend and she doesn't know anything at all about Homestuck. It turns out trying to explain Spurb to someone that doesn't know anything about it is very, very hard. We were never able to make it into the medium, but we still had a lot of fun building things and messing around with the other game mechanics. You get to make your own character and take a personality test to choose your class spec. You then get to choose what kind of house to start with, and then when the game starts, you do everything you saw the characters in the comic do. You fight your guardian, download your copy of Spurb, and then you get to build out your companion's house. You can build all of the stuff they need to enter the game, or you can spend all of their grist and just mess with them like I eventually started doing after we failed to enter and died. From what I can see in the trailers, there is a lot more to this game, including boss fights, multiple different worlds to explore, an amazing alchemy system where you can combine any pairing of objects together. It just seems like everything you can hope to be in a recreation of Spurb is here, with more being added still. This game was made by a team of over 50 passionate fans, and their passion is really showing in this game. If you have some Homestuck friends and want to try this, I highly recommend this game. Let's talk about Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff Football Simulator. Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff Football Sim by a Mysterious Wizard is another early Homestuck fan game I found, from all the way back in 2012. Yeah, this game is almost 12 years old, let that sink in. This also happens to be the loudest game I have ever played. I'm not complaining, this is very fitting and true to the source work. In this game, Hella Jeff is out of weed and Sweet Bro must go and get more weed. So I ended up getting fucked by Obama and got a bad ending for Hella Jeff, but a good one for Sweet Bro. After that, I didn't feel like I needed to play more. I think I got enough. Hi, it's me here, a bit further in the future, but still in the past. I changed my mind. I did not have enough. I needed to come back and play more. I just got this curiosity, and I realized I needed to see more of this game and to see the other routes. So this game does have a lot of really funny moments. I love this moment where if you refuse to get Jeff his weed, Sweet Bro just starts going off on him with multiple walls of text, but then just goes and gets him his weed anyways. The sound effects also get me every time. But a lot of the humor just reeks of 2012. In a fun way though, yet again, I am not complaining. So in the other two endings I got, I fucked Jeremy, and the other one I fucked a woman? Is this how all the endings go? Does it all just end with sex? Well, I think that might be all of the endings I could get. I think I really am done with this game now. There are more Homestuck visual novels though. Ever since the release of FriendSim and pesterquest, a lot of Homestuck visual novels have been made. There's a lot of really great ones, but for the sake of the time I chose to just talk about one in this video. I may make a part 2 in the future and talk about more, but for this video I want to talk about Befriend Us by Spriter's Block. Befriend Us is a fan-made pesterquest game about befriending the Dancester trolls. It has MSPA Reader waking up on a beach and meeting Mina. When I first played this a year ago before my PC died, I immediately got stabbed by her and died. She's so awesome. So Mina gets MSPA Reader to help her, and they then go to her home where she begins to unpack. This is where MSPA Reader learns that she's next up in line to rule before us, and that she doesn't want to rule before us because she doesn't view the people before us as worth ruling. So she wants to escape to the moon. Now, this probably all sounds familiar. This is the same story you learn about the Dancestors in Homestuck, but this is why I love Befriend Us and why I wanted to talk about it here. I love the Dancestors, the bond they all have together and their story, but so much of that is pushed to the side so that they can make dumb, mean jokes about internet users of that time. Playing through Openbound makes it seem like that was all those characters were made for, that is what they are. That's what so many people to this day think that they are. Openbound is also just way too long and very tiring, and almost all of the characters just don't really appear or do any more after that. You can't just abandon Milan like that, come on. But going back to Befriend Us, you get to actually witness the story that was pushed to the side. You get to see these characters actually explored more and expanded upon. I found myself getting even more attached to these characters, and I loved them all. This one just made me really happy while playing. But sadly, as of right now, the last update was a couple years ago. They've recently said that the game hasn't been cancelled, but it is dormant. I still highly recommend it. I greatly enjoyed my time with the bit that was there. The writing is great, the art is great, and the music is also fantastic. Go play it. There's more I want to get into, like there are more games, and there are game mods, but I don't have most of the games these mods are for, or even the knowledge to really use them. But they seem great. There are also Homestuck tabletop games, stuff like Homestuck D&D. All of these are found on homestuck.net, a great resource for Homestuck fans. There's just so much on here. It's amazing that Homestuck to this day has such a strong creative community, making so much content that expands upon Homestuck or just uses the foundation to create their own original works. I have never been a part of a community like this. It's amazing. As I mentioned, there's still more I could talk about, so I may come back with another part. But for now, thank you for watching. Bye. Oh yeah, I also wanted to say thank you for 2,000 subscribers, and I hope you guys like the change with this channel. I've completely redesigned my Sona and made a new background. I hope you all like it. I'll do the rest of the channel layout soon, but for now I need to take a break. I was doing this pretty constantly for this whole week. Thank you again, everyone. Oh yeah, on Tuesday I'll be doing a birthday stream. It's my birthday on Tuesday. I'm going to be playing Mario Party with my friends. I hope you all can stop by. Thank you. Bye.